Hey Flosstube, how is everybody? I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing well. Today is the 10th of June. Yep, I'm sorry. I think the last time I did one was March something. Oh dear. I've been just super busy with work, and I've been away, and life just gets in the way, guys. It just gets in the way. Um, I did try to do one in April, on Jed's birthday actually, and I was so impressed with myself because I still found time during the day to film it, and I thought I'd saved it, but when I went back to upload it later, I hadn't saved it, and I just haven't had time to do another one since. So that was that. So yeah. Anyway, I'm here. Thank you so much to everyone that's been messaging me. I'm like, it won't matter. No one's going to care. But obviously you all did. You've all been sending me messages. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Great. I'm okay. Sorry. Yeah, no, just been busy. Oh boy, but it has been nearly 3 months, so man, do I have some stuff to show you. I got lots to show you. It's going to be long, but you like them. You tell me you like them long, so it should be okay. Now, I know I'm in a different place, right? My day so far, it's now 3:30 in the afternoon. I've already filmed this morning and lost it again. I don't know. I use iMovie and I'm not techie minded at all, and I went to save it after I filmed it at 11 o'clock this morning, and it buffered and it said that it had to close because something went wrong, and when I opened it back up it was gone. And it's taken me 3 hours to go, you need to do it again, you need to do it again. I kept trying to find it, hoping it would still be there somewhere, and it's gone. It's just gone, and I just have to face it. And then I was kind of like, I'm not going to do it. I can't sit and talk for another hour again. I can't do it, but I have to do it for you guys. I have to do it. You've all been messaging me saying, where are you? So I thought, stop it, just go and do it. So in the afternoons it gets too dark down there, so I've moved upstairs into my bedroom, which is right at the front of the house. So it's a really overcast, drizzly, horrible day, and it's dark everywhere, but this room gets a lot of light. My bedroom gets a lot of light. It's got a really big window, so hopefully, and it's now 3:30, it's going to start to really get dark shortly, so I'm going to talk faster. I spent all day. I've spent nearly the whole day on this, and it's 3:30 and I've done nothing. These videos, I tell you, I need to find a better program or something. I don't know if my computer's getting too full. I don't know what's going on, but I need to fix it. I don't know. I'm thinking I might film this in 3 parts and save each section, just so that if it does die on me or something, I maybe won't lose everything like I did this morning. That's my plan for this one. So we'll see how we go. Now, lots to tell you. Now, I went to a retreat in May, on the 25th of May. I was invited by a lovely group of ladies. Would I like to go to Mittagong and hang out with them for 3 days and stitch? Hell yeah, I would. So I'm going to link all of them below that do have Flosstube. Some of them did, some of them didn't, but let me tell you guys, I had the most fabulous time. It was a beautiful place. We stayed in a beautiful place. It was so nice. The girls at Claire did an awesome job of organising it all. Pyrex Stitches, she did a beautiful job. She very good organiser she is. And we stayed in a lovely place, and we cooked and we talked and we stitched, and so much fun. I drove, it's 3-hour drive. I got my new car after it got stolen. I got my new one 2 days before I had to drive there, so that was awesome. It took 3 months to get my new car. That's another story that I'm not going to go into because I just need to get this done. yeah, so I got the new car and I picked up a lovely lady called Silvana. Very, very talented lady, I must say. Very artistic lady. I had met her at the February retreat, the Mirabilia retreat, and I said, you live an hour from me. She said, oh, I'm catching the train. I said, no, I'll pick you up. I said, I get quite anxious in the car driving long distances like that by myself. So I said, come with me, it'll be really good. You can keep me company. And she was like, yeah, great. Okay. So picked her up and off we went. So that was really good that I had someone in the car with me. I was really happy about that. And we got there and we went grocery shopping, and so funny though, the first time you meet someone, like Claire met us there and never met her before, just chatted over social media, and here we are doing groceries. It was so weird, but it was so fun, and I just had the best time. We did get a fair bit of stitching done on the Saturday. We arrived on the Friday and we cooked that night. Claire cooked us a beautiful chicken veggie lasagna for dinner, and then we stitched a bit, and then the next day we went to Mittagong to Victoria House, to the cross stitch shop there, and we spent some money and did some shopping, and then we caught up with another Flosstuber, Jo from Vintage Chic Stitcher. She had just recently had a bub, so she couldn't come. But she brought Bub over. Her hubby drove her, and she brought her children. And I got to nurse her baby, and I got to feed him and burp him and cuddle him, and it was awesome. So I got to do that on the Saturday, and then we went out Saturday night for dinner for Thai. And then we came back and had a great fun night. We played games, we played charades, we turned everything stitching related though, celebrity heads and charades, but did it all with stitching in mind, like we just had so much fun. And all day Sunday we stitched. And that was probably my favourite day. We just sat around, talked and stitched, and we moved furniture so we had 4 sofas facing into the middle and a big coffee table in the centre, and it was just the best time. And you guys know what it's like if you meet up with people who like to stitch like you, and you can talk and ask questions and just talk about stitching, but we talked about other stuff too, but to be able to talk to people who are interested in what you've got to say, because my kids are just like, oh yeah, here she comes, she's got a cross stitch, oh no. So it was really nice. I had a great time. Claire bought us these. If you've watched Lorna Ladybird Stitches, she was with us. She's already shown her mug. This is my mug. Claire organised one for every one of us with our name on it. How cool is that? I was so excited. A silly mug, but I love it. So that was sitting next to our beds when we went to put our stuff away in our rooms. How nice, how thoughtful. Stitchy people are just awesome. They just are. I don't know what else to say about stitchy people. You're all awesome. And Tash was there. Tash the Star-Crossed Stitcher was there. And her mum has a stitchy shop. And she gave us all a little present. It's just, And I got this one. The little mermaid, vintage looking mermaid, isn't she? She's gorgeous. And that's Tash's mum's, there, if you're interested in her. And she gave us some thread. So I got this one, which is Victorian Motto, Sampler Shop, Overdyed Floss, Memory Lane. Look at that. Oh, how nice is that? I'll be using that for something. Very pretty. And a Cascade House Stranded Silk, 3395. Oh, these were just in this, isn't that pretty, pastel-y, rainbowy thing in this pretty little bag. Oh, I love goodies. Love to get goodies. So yeah, I've been using that already, Tash. I'll show you where she goes in a minute. Been using her. And the lovely lady Silvana that I picked up, we went to the cross stitch shop on the Saturday, and I was looking for a Mirabilia. They have a big Mirabilia room that's just full of Mirabilias all over the wall. And so I thought, oh, there's one I particularly wanted. If it's there, I'm going to grab it. And they didn't have it, and I was a bit disappointed. And I was like, oh, well, I'll just order it. It's okay. And a few days after I got home, the lovely Silvana, who I had driven there and back, which I said to you was to keep me company. It was just, to benefit me. As much as it was to help her out, it was to benefit me. And I did explain that to her, but this turned up in the mail. This was the pattern that I was looking for in Victoria House. It's very vintage, very me. It's called Golden Girl Apples. So how nice. How nice. And she had a little note on it. Thank you, lovely lady. It's just for driving her there where I was going anyway. Stitchy people are the best people. So, yeah, she gave me this for taking her in the car with me. And I just had a lovely time talking to her all the way down and back. It was lovely, and she didn't need to do that. How sweet, though. And that pattern really means something to me, really special. Really, really special. Thanks, Silvana, if you're watching. Yeah, so talented lady, that one. Very talented lady. So they were the gifts that I got from there. Now, so much stuff here, guys. Okay, now, I did just want to say, retreats. I know that StitchCon is about to happen or started happening or is about to happen in June in the States. Guys, if you're close or anywhere near one of the girls who came with us on the weekend away flew up from Tassie. She had to get on a plane and she flew up to come, and then she had to drive and get there and turn around and go all the way back again. And, worth it. So worth it to come from, if you have to come from a long way, or if you don't know anyone and you think, oh, will I have a good time? Will I enjoy it? Yep, you will. You'll have a fabulous time to get to meet people that love what you love. If you're in the local area and there's stitches there and you catch up sometimes, just catch up with stitches. Find a way to make it happen. Because it's the best. And we've got a little group chat, and we all feel connected now. You can just tell since we've been there and come back, we're chatting all the time. We've got a real bond and a real connection now, and we're going to do it again next year. And it was just amazing. It was amazing. And if you get the opportunity, or make your own, you only need half a dozen people, 4 people, 2 people. Just find somebody, stitch with them. And, we all brought work that we'd done and showed each other. And I took Cinderella and I took Death by Cross Stitch, and they've seen it on my videos, but they asked me to bring them, and we were all asking each other, can you bring this, can you bring that, because I wanted to see patterns that I'd seen them doing on Flosstube. And we all bought stuff and showed it off, and that was a lot of fun too. And they get as excited about your pieces as you are, so it was just nice. It was really nice. Anyway, enough about that. Now, okay, big news. You're going to be so impressed. I have 4 whips, guys. 4 whips. What's going on? I don't know. I got a little carried away. I'll explain as I go, but I have an FO that I finished. Now, I finished this at retreat, and the last time you saw it, I think I still had a couple of panels to go on this, but it's been a while. So I actually got it to the point where it was almost done by about April. I think the video I lost, it was at the point where it was pretty much done. It was just, remember, I was having trouble with the white, and I didn't know what to do about the white. I decided just to put it aside. I'd ordered some colours and I put them aside and I put it in a bag, and I thought, when I go to retreat and I've got people in the room with me, that I can get everything out and I can show them the threads and I can say, which one do you think might work better, and I'll just stitch it and finish it while I'm there, because I didn't have much to do on it. So that's what I did, and it was awesome because they all helped me they were all unanimous with the thread. I had a few different ones and they all picked this particular one, so I ran with that. So, I'll show you it finished. Gosh, you're going to have to give me a minute to get my bearings up here. There we go. So it's all done, guys. I love this piece. I truly, truly love this piece, and now I have the memory of finishing it at the retreat, so that's really special too. Now, this is the thread that I ended up. Oh God, the colour is so bad up here. It is so bad. That looks grey. It's green. It's green. Sorry, guys, but that is green. But anyway, this is bird's tail. Can you see the bird's tail? Now that in the original design is white. That's where, you know, the white just wouldn't show up on here. So wherever there was big blocks of white like that, I had to change it. I had to find a different alternative because you just couldn't see it. So I've used it in the tail, but not that dark patch there. That's the same as the head. That was a colour in this design. But the bits either side of that are this particular thread that, yeah, that I used. It's called Seaforth and it's a dinky dye. Not that you're going to get, it's the wrong colour. That's grey. That looks grey. It doesn't look like that. It's green. It's a greeny colour. Anyway, that's what I ended up filling in. So I did it for the birds here. Little birdie there. Yeah, he's still not, he doesn't stand out still, but he doesn't on the original either because he's white. So, you know, and I put it in here in the flowers. And then in the bird's tail. Oh, I also put it around the red there. And yeah, it doesn't stand out a lot, but the white probably would have been better on dark fabric, but hey, this is what I had to work with in the end. And I'm still really, really happy with it. You can see it, so, you know, that's all I was after. And I wanted a colour that would still blend in with the other colours in this piece. I think the last time you guys saw it, I still had these 2 panels to go. And I got them stitched really quick, like in a month. In a 1-2 week period, I think I stitched all of that. I worked on it a lot, and I think it might have been over Easter. And I pretty much got it all to the point of being done except for, yeah, those bits. So really happy with this. Really happy with it. There's a real need for me to do another sampler at some point. When I see it, I'll know that it's the right one for me, but I loved this. I loved this piece, and it really made me fall in love with samplers. So yeah, I do want to do another one day. Not now, I've got so much else going on, but another time. So now I've got to just frame that. I still haven't framed Cinderella because I haven't had time, but you know, I took it there to get it framed, but he didn't have the stuff, and I wanted to take it away to retreat, and I said, no, I'll bring it back. So I've got to go back, but I have picked out what I want. He had the perfect frame, so I was a bit excited about that. Maybe next video. Who knows? Now, whip number 1. This is Tree of Hope, my beautiful bags. I should show these every video because they're so worthy of it. And I just want to mention, Teresa, your bags, they were really talked about at retreat. Everybody loved them. I took them all with all my projects in them, and they all wanted to see how you made. They all looked, oh, look how lovely it's made, and they all wanted to see how you'd done it. So they thought they were very impressed, and they were all going home to make their own. So, so yeah. Oh, I need my picture. So yeah. This is Tree of Hope. Now, I worked on it a little bit at retreat. Just a bit. I stitched on it, I think, the first day and a bit. The first night and a bit of the next day. Because I was really trying to get it done to the point where I could bead on it. But there was too much to do still. So I didn't get that far. But, oh, I love it. Now, I think the last time, here we go. The last time you saw this, I had all the tree done. I had come down to about here. Excuse me, I'd come down to about there. And I had down to about there on her. And that was it. So in that time, I've stitched, you know, all of this over here, over this side. A bit down here, which I did at retreat. I did all this bottom bit. and the girls' dresses. Now, I just did want to mention, if you're interested in doing this piece, you'll be interested in seeing this, if you haven't already noticed. But, you know, like this thread, can I just fold this a bit? This is a bit hard to work with, isn't it? Hang on. Bear with me, guys. This thread here, that's all one coloured thread, all that there. And I don't know if you can tell, but on here, can you see on the one on one side, they've sort of stitched it down ways? Can you see on this, hang on that one, they've stitched it down, whereas I've gone across. So you can see the difference. And I did it on both sides. I don't know what the go is with the other side. You can't really even see any variation, but it was the same colour both sides. But that's what I did. I stitched across to get, yeah, a different pattern. And then this one at the bottom, this really bright bluey green, that's all one thread as well. And I tried to kind of make it more patchy on that so that I had something different to what was above, which I really liked. I really liked how they came out. I'm really happy with it. And now all I've got left to do is just put this side in, that side there in. I've just got to put the flower bit down this side of her, and she's done. And then I get to do back stitch, and then I get to bead. And there's a bit of beading to do, not a heap, but in the dress you can see the gaps in there. There's a bit in the flowers, there's a bit on this bird, and then you can see up the top there's a few gaps up here and there on leaves and stuff where I've just got to put some beading in. And I'm so excited to bead because I've never beaded a cross stitch before, except I've done a little Mill Hill kit, but that's it. So I'm really excited to get to that. But how pretty is that? The colours are just beautiful, and in a white frame. Oh, it's going to look really nice, really nice. So I'm really excited about that. It would actually go nice in my room, wouldn't it, with all these oranges and stuff I have going on. Yes. So that's where I'm at with that one. I really want to try and get this done. I really want to try and get this one finished because this one is close to being done. So if I can get that done, then I'd only have 3 whips instead of all. Because it scares me a bit. So that's where I'm at with that one. Now, what will I show you next? I'll show you, yeah, I'll show you this one next. Another beautiful bag from Teresa. Oh! Stitchy people are the best people. Okay, this one I did show in my last video, and I told you guys that I was starting a little stitch along with Amber, and this is for the 13th Colonies by the Bay. They go in that order. So we have that one, that's number 1, number 2, and number 3. And these can be stitched all in one big piece, but which I was going to do, but that would have taken me to 36 inches wide, and I went, that might be a bit big, I think. So I ended up just stitching them one at a time. I'm just stitching them one at a time. So I've started with this one. Amber and I have started with this one. Now, I pretty much worked on it for a week, I think, when we first started, and I got across this sort of top area done, the clouds and the top of the tree, all the way down to sort of halfway. I sort of packed it up after that. I'm just trying to give you the rundown because I haven't been doing videos. So I kind of did it 2 weeks maybe, or a week or something. I can't remember. I worked on it and got that done, and then I thought, okay, that'll do me. I'll pack that away. Then I got it out again, and in the 2-week block, I'll show you. I got a whole half of it done. So I was only going to do the other side now. It's stitched up really quick, this piece, because you'll see, like, it's a lot of it is just row upon row of very monotonous stitching that kind of drove me a bit crazy, to be honest. You see there, like, it's a lot of the same colour. Just row upon row of it. In saying that though, I love it. I love how it looks. So I kept, you know, just pushing along because I love it. I don't know what it is about these, but I think they're really pretty. And this is a pretty green, this fabric. It looks blue, but it's not. It's green. But how cute. I just think they're really cute. And I think framed up together, the three of them are going to look really cute. Yeah, so Amber and I are stitching along on this one. So I haven't touched this for ages. Beginning of May, maybe. It is at least be 4 or 5 weeks, at least, since I've touched it. So that's got to come back out soon. And I've only got to do this other side bit, which is pretty much just, you know, that again. And that only took me a couple of weeks, so it won't take me long to finish that. And there's no back stitching or anything. So it's a really basic piece. If you're new to stitching, it's really easy design. They're really easy designs to do. If you're looking for something easy to have a go at, very easy. By the Bay, the 13th colony. And there's parts 1, 2 and 3. So yeah, if you're new to stitching, these would be really great. Or if you're young and you're learning, these would be really good to do. They're very easy. Okay, that's that one. Number 2. It's crazy, isn't it? Teresa's got 4 whips. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, I'll just explain now. Normally, I would have just stitched with those two till one of them was done, and then I would have moved in another one. Now, the next one I'm going to show you, I promised myself when I went to retreat that if I got Smith Sampler finished, that I was going to treat myself and start something new at the retreat while all the girls were with me, because I thought it'd be nice to start something there, even if I only stitched on a little bit. I would always have the memory that I started it there with the girls, and that was something that I really wanted to do. And this piece had been calling out to me for ages. I'd mentioned to you guys that I wanted to stitch on this, and I didn't know how I was going to contain myself because I really wanted to start it. So I started it. This is it. Luca S. Do you remember me showing you these earlier this year, I think? I also have plums, and I think it's raspberries or strawberries or something, and there is all a similar layout. So this apple's one though, it just kept saying, please start me, please stitch on me. I really want you to stitch on me, and I just had to. So I took this with me on the proviso that if I got Smith Sampler done, I would just make a little start, just a little start. So I had that memory. Now I messaged the girls in our group, the retreat group, and I said, I want something. This came in a kit. It's an anchor kit, and all the threads are included, and the fabric was included, and it was 18 count Aida. And I was like, I don't have a problem with Aida. I've stitched on Aida for 20 something years till I found Flosstube. But I knew in my head it had a French provincial kind of feel to it, and I wanted the fabric to be like a muslin kind of kitcheny stuff, you know. That's what I had in my head. So I messaged those girls and I said, muslin, you know, French, this is what I've got in my mind. What sort of fabric would mimic that? What would kind of look like that? You know, what could I stitch on that would be similar, just in plain white? And they all suggested that I do it with, now what's it called? Oh dear, hang on. It's called Belfast linen, 32 count white Belfast linen. They told me to get. They said that they thought that would be great. Oh yeah. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And I thought, I came home from retreat and I was like, what am I going to stitch on? You know, the next time I got my stitching out, what should I stitch on? Oh, apples are still on the frame from when I put it on the Sunday there. I'll just stitch on that. You know, I'll just do a bit on that, and then I'll go back to Tree of Hope. A week later, I couldn't stop. That's what I've got done. Yeah, and I did work pretty, yeah. Can you see it? Oh gosh, it's so hard. And I'm out of my comfort zone in my bedroom, but yeah, you can see that, can't you? I'm sure you can see that. But can you see the fabric and what I was trying to get? I was trying to get like I said, a muslin. This is beautiful for it. It's perfect. It's exactly what I had in my head, so I was really excited to start this. And I just want to stitch on it all the time. Look, they look real. They look real. That's what I love about stitching patterns, when they kind of look real. They look like you could eat them. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this piece. I just want to stitch on it all the time. That's me. That's me. You know, when people say, what do you like to stitch? This is what I like to stitch. I love French provincial vintage. You know, that's my home. That's what I've decorated my home in, and that's what I love. And yeah, I just wanted to constantly stitch on this and nothing else. But I've been very good, and I put it away and and worked on other stuff, because yeah, that's coming along nicely. But yeah, love that. Love it. So that's why I started whip number 3. Okay, normally I only have 2. That's why I had to start on whip number 3. Now, whip number 4. Whip number 4, there's a good reason for me starting that one too, because I mentioned in the last video that Belinda at an Itch to Cross Stitch, she was at the retreat in February that I went to, the Mirabilia one, and we met up and we all pretty much started talking about this design. It was stitched there, someone had stitched it. We all, I feel like I'm talking really fast, sorry. We all saw it, and if we didn't already have it in our stash, we bought it while we were there or said we wanted to stitch it. So all of us at the table decided that for Belinda's birthday on the 6th of June that we would start it. So from February to June, that gave us lots of time, you know, so we just thought, yeah, we'll start it on Belinda's birthday. So that's why I had to start whip number 4. So yeah, I've started her on the 6th of June, like we all said we would, and she is gorgeous. If you haven't seen this stitched, oh my God. And the bling, it is covered in bling. It is so sparkly and so pretty, and it's covered in beads. There's so many beads. It's crazy. There's tons of beads. But for me, that was the hook me right in. As soon as I saw it in real life, I was just like, I have to stitch that. So yeah, I had kind of had my eye on it before that, but once I saw it stitched, I was just like, I'm so stitching that. So yeah, we started on the 6th, and I have stitched a bit. I've stitched a bit on it since the 6th. That's only, what, 4 days ago. And I stitched all day yesterday on it, so I got a fair bit done on it. But I did just want to mention real quick that we did find an error. This is the great thing about stitching in a group, in a cell like this. We're all in a group chat, and we're all chatting back and forth about things, and I'm always asking questions, so... It's me again. But I was just about to stitch a particular colour. Just about to. It was the very next colour I was going to stitch, the symbol I'd already looked at and thought, yeah, I'll do that bit next. And someone put up in the chat and said there's an error on this key, on the colour key. And I was like, oh, okay. I'd noticed, you know, so I've got mine out and had a look. And I've already crossed it out and fixed it because I had to, because I would just get confused if I didn't fix it straight away. But I'm going to bring this in really close. I don't even know if it's going to focus, because I really wanted to show you guys, for anyone who... Can you see 932 just there? It's a bit blurry, I know, guys, sorry. The symbol for 932 and the symbol for 434, yeah, 434 were exactly the same on the colour key. Just the symbol was exactly the same. In actual fact, one should have gone that way and one should have gone that way, but on the key they were both going in the same direction. On the chart itself, they're going the opposite way. So 434 is a brown, and 932 or whatever it is a blue. So you really only needed to look at this to know where brown had to go and where blue had to go. You could have figured it out even if the symbols were the same, I reckon. But on the chart itself, where it's all charted up, the symbols are both there the correct way. So all I had to do was change the symbol. I just had to redraw it the right opposite way. There it is. You can see that better now. See 932 and 434? Yeah, the symbol was running in the exact same direction, so it was just the same symbol for two colours. So I've just fixed it like that on mine. Now, somebody was on Instagram with this the other day, just after we discovered it, with the same issue. And from what I read on there, this was originally charted in, I don't know, 2004 or something. I'm not sure of the year. It was something like that. It was 10 or more years ago, 15 years ago or something. And back then, everything was correct. But they recharted it again or reprinted it again last year in 2017. And that's where, if you've got the one from printed last year, it's wrong. Okay, so yeah, just to let you know, in case anyone's interested in doing it, if you've got the 2017 reprint, yours is going to be wrong. Your colour key will be wrong and you'll need to fix that. There's nothing on the Mirabilia site. We all looked on there and there's nothing about there being an error. So, I don't know. That's all I can tell you. Now, one other really quick thing. We all love these, right? When we were at the retreat in February, Nora was sitting at our table chatting to us. One of the first things she showed us when she sat down was, you know, the seal on the back of these, and you break the seal and you open it to get your chart out. Well, she showed us a little trick, which I forgot to mention, that if you just open it from here and slide your chart out, you don't have to break the seal. Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought of doing that. No one else at the table had, so that was a pretty good tip, hey? Because then when you go to, you know, if you want to sell them again, and I guess that's why she was showing us, I don't know. I thought it was a bit bizarre. She's kind of encouraging us to not break the seal so we can resell them and they look like they've never been used. I don't know why she was really showing us, but she showed us. So, yeah, a little tip if you're interested in that. You don't have to break your seal. You can just open it from the side. Somebody had actually shown her, but she was sharing it with us all, so that was good. Now, I'll just quickly show you what part I've done. So just under her arm there, under her arm, I've just done that sort of darker bit under her arm, and then I've come across here and kind of followed up next to her arm all this darker shiny bit in here. Which way's up? Now the other thing, a lot of firsts for me on this. I'd never used Krennic, so I've now used Krennic, and I also wanted to do the skin 1/1. That was a really big thing for me. I really wanted to do the skin 1/1. So I've done a tiny little section. You'll see last night I got to like 9:30 and I thought I'm just going to do a little bit before I tools down for the night, just to see what I think, you know, and how I feel. This is 32 count. This is a Belfast linen, and this is from Chromatic Alchemy. It's an opalescent, and it's called Kione, Khione, 32 count opal Belfast, in case you're interested. It's opalescent, and it's beautiful, and I loved it. I love it. Can you see the sparkle up here? Yeah, you can actually. You can see that, can't you? So yeah, I've come across, so the shape that you've got above the stitching is her arm bent, you know what I mean? So right at the top there, I've just put in, look at that, a little bit of 1/1. Oh, and some Krennic. You can see I've put in some Krennic, nice and sparkly. It's not really sparkling up here. It's just starting to get too dark now. It's not very sunny or anything, but you can kind of see. But that skin 1/1, I just did one thread, you know, which was like 10 stitches or 10 crosses or something with one long piece of thread. But I did that and I got to the end and I thought, oh my God, like there's a fair bit of skin on there, a face, shoulders or arms. And I kind of went, I'm just going to sleep on that and see how I feel about it. But I've thought about it overnight and I really want to do it. I've seen skin on these things done in this 1/1 and it looks so good. So good. So I figure what I'm going to do is I'll just do a thread of that, and then I'll do a thread of a colour somewhere else, and then I'll come back and do another thread of skin, and then I'll go and do a colour somewhere else, and you know, I'll just break it up like that. I just have this horrible feeling that I'm going to get one arm done and then think, oh, I should have just done it normal, you know what I mean? But I'm going to regret it down the track because it's going to be so much work. But, you know, this is worth it. It's so worth it, and it's so pretty. The colours are awesome, and I love this fabric. It's so pretty to work on. It looks quite grey on here, but it's pretty blue. It's a dark bluey grey. It looks much lighter up here where I am. But yeah, now I worked on that for the last 4 days, but now I'm going to pack it away because I wanted to start on the day like we all said we would, but I think this piece is going to get put away for a while because I need to clear some stuff here, guys. Because there's way too much going on for me, from my head. I need to just, I need to get some stuff done and finished, and then I'll throw this back in the mix, and apples probably will come back into the mix then, because I think I really will just work on Tree of Hope. To break it, I'm going to work on 13th Colonies, because they were the two that I had going in the beginning, and they're both not going to take long to do. So I'll get them done, and then I'll move, you know, back into these two. Trying to do a week on each thing for me, it's just not enough time. You don't get enough progress for me. I like to really see that I've achieved something. So I'm going to just, probably go back to focusing on those two. That might be all you see in the next one. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows even when I'm going to do the next one. 60-hour weeks, guys. I'm flogging my guts out. As we would say here in Australia, I am flogging my guts out. So, 4 whips. 4. Okay. Now, I think that was all I had to show you up to this point. Was it? Yeah. Moving on. What else do I have? Haul. Woohoo. Haul. I love haul. Whenever you all go, oh, if you're not interested in haul, I love haul. I love it. So hopefully you do too, or you can just leave if you want. Yeah, that'll be fine. There's not really much else. I've got a couple of other little things at the end, but you know, it's up to you. I love haul. Now, haul. Okay, where do I start? I've got a bit, not a lot, but a lot for me. Now, I'll just quickly show you first. These are the 2 fabrics. I bought a few different fabrics for Mermaid to decide what I wanted to stitch her on. Oh, it's getting dark, isn't it? Maybe for you. No, you're just going to have to put up with it, guys. This one is a 32 count Belfast linen vintage grey. Now, I probably would have used this. It's a bit lighter on here. That's probably better. But it wasn't sparkly, and I hadn't really thought it through, and I really wanted sparkly. So when this came, and now I'd been looking at other ones, and I just went, no. So what I'll probably end up doing is putting these in a giveaway, because I'm always trying to find nice things to send, because you guys have all sent me beautiful gifts, and I'm slowly but surely getting through people who have sent me beautiful gifts and trying to send beautiful gifts back to you, or I'll do it for a Flosstube giveaway. I'll use it for something. this one is to die for, this fabric. Not my normal taste at all, but you know, I just went, take a punt, and yeah, it was too busy for me. So, but it's really pretty. So hopefully somebody will appreciate this when I give it to them. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. So that one will be going to somebody at some point for something. So it's gorgeous and it's sparkly. You probably can't see. Can you? No, probably not. But it is sparkly. It's opalescent as well. Now that is Chromatic Alchemy as well. And that, I'm not even going to try and say that. Oster or something. 32 count opal Belfast. And that's Chromatic Alchemy as well. So somebody will be getting that as a prezi, I would imagine, at some point. Now, where's my other stuff? Okay. Now, when we went to the shop in Victoria House at Mittagong, when we went shopping on the retreat, Carolyn Mazzio, I'm sure you all know who I'm talking about. Everybody knows her, I think. She used to do Flosstube videos. She doesn't do them anymore. It's very sad, but hey, that's life. She stitched this. The very first Flosstube I ever watched was Carolyn, and she stitched this piece, and I'd always loved it. And I saw it there at Victoria House, and I just thought of my daughter, and I thought, yep, I'm going to buy it for her, and I'm going to stitch it for her. It's a Heaven and Earth design. It's called Mini Bath Time, and look at that. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, Carolyn stitched it, and it's beautiful. And my daughter makes candles, so, and she's got hair like mine. She looks like a mermaid, you know. I'm stitching that for her, and she loves it, so that's really cool. I've done a piece for Jed, a big piece that I've tried to find something now that they can keep forever, that they will be happy to hang in their home when they're even older. So Jed's got the Patriots, because he's a mad gridiron supporter and he loves the Patriots, so I've stitched that for him. That's in one of my earlier videos. So now I'm going to stitch this one for Shelby, and then I've just got to find one for Josh, something that I think, you know, I'd like them to have something from me that, you know, long after I'm gone, hopefully they'll have a nice memory. So that's the one I'm going to do for her. So I bought that one day. God knows when. One day I'll stitch that for her. And I got this for my mum, because she has a little beach place that we go. I've shown that as well in videos before, where we go away on holidays, and I saw that and I just went, yep, that would look really good at the van, hanging on the wall. So it's really hard to see, isn't it, in here? But it's really not. You can make the letters out, and they've put little charms on it too, so I might try and find some charms to go on that as well. But that is the Cricket collection, if you're interested, number 313, and I think it's called Beachy Mood. I don't know. I'm assuming that's what it's called. Yeah, so I'm going to stitch that one day for my mum. One day. And I got these. They seemed a little expensive to me, but I really liked them. And you get everything in the kit. They're $30 Australian, so I don't know. You get all the beads and all the stuff, I guess. Then Mill Hill kits, buttons and beads winter series. This one's, it's Christmas Village. This one's called Palace Theatre. I'll try and get it right up close for you. There you go. How pretty is that? Now, I'm not going to stitch these on this stuff. What do they call this plastic stuff? No, I'm going to stitch them on fabric and turn them into little cushions. And I don't have a sewing machine, and I can't sew for nuts, so I don't know how I'm going to turn them into cushions yet, but that's what I want to do, and hang them on my little mini tree that I'm going to get going there for Christmas. So that one's called Palace Theatre. And I got this one as well. I had to get this one. This one's called Needle Workshop. Come on, guys. I had to get it, right? Need to work. Well, Flosstube, somebody just needs to cut me a break today. Seriously. I have had nothing but computer techie issues all day. I thought I'd finish this and it cut out. I don't know why. But I've just got to do a bit more again. This will be the third time today that I've done this part again. Fabulous. Here we go. Now it's dark outside. I've got lights on everywhere. Yeah, it's not very flattering either, but anyway. Now, I was showing you these, so I'm just going to quickly go back and show you properly again. This one is, let me just work out the light again now. Buttons and beads. Yes, Pepper. Yes, Pepper. Buttons and beads. This one's called Palace Theatre. I love this. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I was saying these were a bit expensive, but they do have everything in them. So I figure that's okay. And that's the bag and little Christmas charm, Christmas tree charm. Yeah, so everything's in it. But like I said, I'm not going to do them on the perforated papery stuff. I'm going to do them on fabric because I think that'll be nicer. So yeah, Palace Theatre. Love that. Thought that was really cute. And this one is called the Needle Workshop. How could I not get it? How could I not? Needle Workshop. How cute's that? And the little snowman down the bottom there, he's the charm in this one. In the back. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, he's covered up. Hang on. There he is. See him there? So I'm going to do both of those as Christmas ornaments. But I'm going to do them on fabric and I'm going to make them into cushions, and I can't sew and I don't have a sewing machine, so that should be interesting because I don't know how I'm going to make that work, but anyway, I'm going to make that work somehow. Now, I also got these. Shelby and Sam, my daughter Shelby and her boyfriend Sam very kindly sat and went through 16 pages of 1, 2, 3 stitch and all the Christmas ornaments. 16 pages. They're gorgeous kids. They're good kids. So they went through and I got them to pick out their favourite Christmas ornament for me to stitch for them to have on the tree. So Shelby picked this one, which is Country Cottage Needleworks Snow Love. She really liked that one. And she couldn't decide, so she had to get this one too. So this one's Little House Needleworks Oh Christmas Tree. She really liked that one as well, so I'm going to do 2 for her because she couldn't make her mind up. So I said, just get them both. I'll stitch them both. They're both very nice. This one, Sam picked. Typical boy one, isn't it? Pickup truck. He loved that this was called Grandpa's pickup truck, and he loved the truck, so he's picked that one. So I'm going to stitch that one too. So I've just got to get the boys to pick theirs. My boys to pick one each so that I can stitch those up. So I want to do them just like that, like all little cushions, hang them on the tree for Christmas, okay? Don't know how to sew. So if you've got any tips on hand sewing those, or if there's a tutorial somewhere, I really need to watch it because God help me on that one. So I cannot sew. I so cannot sew. Oh gosh, it's very dark. Sorry guys. That might be a bit... Now, I just quickly want to show you at the retreat, Jan from hang on, let me think now. I'm all skewy. From Thread Garden, she has Flosstube videos. If you haven't watched her, please go and watch her. She hasn't done one for ages, but she's got a lot of videos on there and they're fabulous. And she was stitching at the retreat. She was stitching this piece, and I have this piece in my stash. And I said to her, "Oh, I've got that in my stash," and it's humongous. Humongous. It's a Heaven and Earth design. Have you all seen this? I have shown it before. 4 seasons. Huge. 523 by 522 stitches. And, you know, just all the parking, and she was just, oh, and it was just drawing me. I love big pieces. I can't, you know, I can't help myself. I love them. So while I was there and we were at the needlework shop and there was walls of fabric, you know, and they had 29 count. So I'm going to do 1/1 on 29 count full crosses. Should be interesting, but I really want it to be really delicate and detailed for that piece. I know it's a lot of work, but it'll make it a bit smaller in size too, which will be good. And I think it's recommended for 25 count 1/1, so 29 count 1/1 is not going to make much difference, but have a go at how much fabric that is. It's so thick. It's so thick. I'm not even going to unwrap that, but it's massive. But I really, really want to start this. I really want to do it. I don't know when, probably beginning of next year or something. Oh my goodness me, look at this light. Does that make it better? No. Sorry, but it just went dead on me. It just went dead on me, so I have to finish it. I have to finish the rest of it for the third time, like I said. Now, was that all my haul? I think that was all my haul. I showed you the fabrics, didn't I? Now, my daughter, hello Pepper, my daughter made me, that's Pepper, my daughter made me, are you quite okay? A gift for Mother's Day. And I love it, and I just want to quickly show you because it's cross-stitch related. They all think I should change my Flosstube name, my kids. They think I should change my Flosstube name to TLC Stitches because that's what I am on Instagram, and they think it's better than just having Teresa Craig on Flosstube. So they want me to change it. TLC are my initials. She had this made for me to hang in my stitchy space. Isn't that awesome? And I found that really cool frame that just matches perfectly. So she got me that for Mother's Day to hang in my stitchy spot. Love it. She's a good egg. She's very thoughtful with the gifts. She always really thinks them through, and she knew that I would love that. Oh, one more thing. There is a stitcher on Flosstube. Flannel Jammies Farm. It's called Flannel Jammies Farm. You need to go watch her. You need to watch number 10. Number 10 has, she does an interview with Pam Ryan. Pam Ryan is an antique sampler specialist. She has a book, I think it's called Antique Samplers by Pam Ryan. She has a video on there where she talks to Pam Ryan about antique samplers. You need to go watch it. If you're interested in history or you're interested in anything to do with samplers, she talks about why young girls did them, the reasons behind it, what the practical reasons for it were. She talks about what motives mean, all the motives, peacocks, cats, dogs, they all mean something different, which I wasn't aware of either. Really interesting conversation, really cool. So if you are interested in the history of it or you just want to check it out because you think it'd be interesting, I promise you it will. I can't think of the lady's name whose Flosstube it is, but she's called Flannel Jammies Farm. She also had another one on there that shows about ironing your pieces, and so I'm going to go and watch that too because I might learn something from her on that as well. But really interesting videos. I'm not going to get into it because you need to go watch her video. She's taken the time to make it, so go watch it and get all the interesting facts on the history behind it all. Pam Ryan shows some antique samplers on there. She also talks about if you're interested in buying them and purchasing antique samplers through eBay or wherever. She tells you what to look for, what to do, what not to do. So that's all very interesting as well. I'd love to own one. I would love to own one, but they're so expensive. I got on and had a look and they're really expensive. So yeah, if you're interested in anything like that, I think you'll really enjoy it. Pam Ryan has a book called Antique Samplers, which I am scouring the internet for at the moment, trying to find it. I've read some reviews on it, and it's apparently a very good book, so I'd really like to get my hands on that. I'm going to keep looking till I find that because it sounded like it would be a really good read. She really knows the stuff, and I'm really interested in that, really interested. So I'm going to try and find that and read up on that, and I'll show you the book if I manage to get a hold of it. So I think that's everything, guys. I'm so sorry. Technical difficulties. I had to just whack the end back on because it stopped and I didn't realise that it stopped. And yeah, so I had to go back and just film this last little bit because in the dark, in my room with the lights on, because I am so determined with all the issues I had today. I was so determined that I was going to get this finished. One way or another, I was getting it done today. I've spent the whole day trying to get this up for you guys. So hopefully I can manage to join it all together now and edit it all together and upload it. So I should be back in 4 weeks, I hope. But like I said, 60-hour weeks. Tomorrow's a public holiday. Guess where I'll be? At work for 5 hours because they're paying me triple time. So yeah, I'm going in tomorrow for 5 hours to do some overtime, just some processing. So I will hopefully, like I said, be back in 4 weeks. If not though, please don't worry about me. All of you have been worrying about me. I'm fine. It's just that I'm so busy, but I will really try to stay on track and do them every 4 weeks because you guys are all so sweet. Take care. Don't forget, if you have a chance to go to a retreat or you can organise a stitchy group or catch up with some stitches, please do it. I promise you, you won't regret it. You'll have a great time and you'll want to do it again and again and again because it was fabulous. So yeah, that's my tip this time around. Catch up with some stitches, talk stitching, talk about anything you want. But yeah, catch up with some stitches. I really think this craft that we do, the stitchy people in this community, Lorna Ladybird Stitcher put at the bottom of her Flosstube, the last one, stitchy people are the best people, and it's so true. It is so true. They really are kind, generous, thoughtful, fabulous people, fun, just everything awesome about people. And yeah, I think connecting in that way and being able to talk to people about what you love, it is such a joy. It brought me so much joy. So I hope that you get the opportunity to do that and you get the opportunity to get that joy that I got recently, and yeah, made some great friends. So take care, guys. Happy stitching, and hopefully I'll see you in 4 weeks. Bye.